Well, another thing, we're passionate about, we bitch about this stupid mayor in New York City because he's just a joke, because he doesn't tackle, the important issues affecting New Yorkers. Take on Pfizer. We got a major pill problem in this fucking city, in this fucking country. Why don't you try to take that one on, Mayor Bloomberg? Fuck. We have another school that is canceling an event because some kids might feel not worthy.
This is so fucking lame. I read this last night. Yeah.
A bunch of parents who don't want to do their jobs as parents co-sign this.
Yeah.
But tell their kids that it's okay if you're not perfect.
But all this shit, I don't remember being bothered by any of this when I was in school.
No.
Because we're going to talk about like an honors night. I remember honors night.
I don't.
Me neither.
I don't think I was.
I never went.
Until I got to Hilton and joined their club.
Yeah, there you go.
Zing.
So there's a school that's canceling honors night because it could be hurtful to students.
Yeah.
Do most students care even?
I don't think so.
I remember when I was going through high school and stuff, you had kids that were definitely way smarter than me, and they had their honors nights and stuff, and I didn't care. I went and did something else.
Smoke some pot with your friends.
Whatever it was.
Go to the hole in the fence.
Yeah.
If you knew a place called a hole in the fence when you were in school, you didn't go to the honors.
No.
Try going to a place called the hole in the bathroom stall. That really wrecks things. Yeah, it's really. I wasn't an honors student. I wasn't a member of any of that shit. There's so many other things you can do. How about you stop stressing that only college works? How about you stop stressing that only this dumb system? It's good to do well in school, but you can do other shit.
The world needs ditch diggers too.
Yeah.
What is really fucked up about this, because the more and more I talk to other parents, the parents don't want any of this shit, is what I'm learning. It's a very small percentage of parents that can't do their job or feel incredibly bad for their children, so they cause the stink.
It's fucking amazing that achievement can't be recognized anymore in any way, shape, or form. In America, if you achieve something, if you achieve a level that is above the norm, you can't recognize it. You can't let the person feel good about it because there are people that haven't achieved that. When will we learn as a society here that there are people that are smarter than other people? And there are people that are stronger than other people. There are people that are more artistic, creative, musically, whatever it is. And we're different in that way. So you can recognize that. There are fucking smarter kids in school than other kids.
Right.
And no matter how you teach one group, there's another group that will just do better. It's just the way it fucking is. So why can't you acknowledge those people and show them, like, wow, you've really done well?
Right. And, the whole thing about growing up, you try a whole bunch of different things until you find what you're good at.
Find your niche.
But if you got schools and teachers basically saying it doesn't matter that you're not good at this sport or this instrument or you're not that good in this class, it doesn't matter. Everyone is the same. We're not the same. We're never going to be the same.
Not the same. So why fucking try to squash the people that have achieved things because you think someone might feel bad that they're not included? Shut up.
I was obsessed with basketball growing up, and I took it very seriously. And there were times driving home with my dad, I was extremely upset because I either had a shitty game or we lost or whatever it was.
Oh.
And he would give me pep talks like, look, you get back in that fucking driveway, you practice your free throws, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, but all kidding aside, he taught me the lesson that you just work harder at it.
Yeah.
And at times he also told me about things like, what, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're not good at whatever it was at the time, and maybe you should try this instead.
Did you go up in a tree then and start crying?
He wasn't good with the sex talk, that's for sure.
Were you hurt when you overheard him on the phone after one of those talks going, my kid's a faggot. I can't believe he can't play ball. I hate him. Do you know, it's like, and I wonder if the superintendent who's pushing for this or whoever it is,
right? I
wonder if they would give up their job because teachers who couldn't get their job feel bad. It's fucking, it's like, no, of course not. You got where you wanted to go.
Oh, it's almost impossible to get rid of shitty teachers.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, whoever's pushing for this, I wonder if they would give up some of their pay so someone below their pay grade gets the same amount they do so they don't feel it's fucking nonsense.
And here come the teachers. We got Rob in New York. Rob, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
I just want to let you know that you guys are kind of taking it out of proportion. Most schools that I know, and certainly school that I teach in, they celebrate kids that achieve in all different forms, whether it's sports, art, academics. They have honor societies, award ceremonies. And a lot of my friends are teachers, and they do the same thing. So the only reason this is news is because this is kind of a rarity. I don't know if it's a trend. Hopefully it's not. But generally speaking, I think kids today appreciate the fact that they're not going to be the smartest, the most athletic, and they're kids that excel, and it's okay to celebrate that.
You know what part of it is, too? It's like, I believe it or not, these school shootings, because anything that makes some students feel or look better, by default, others will look worse and feel worse. So they're doing everything they can to try to weed out any motivation that makes someone feel bad.
Rob, I don't think we're blowing it out of proportion. I mean, we're hearing this more and more of these type of stories where they're canceling, Halloween or Valentine's Day, or in this case, the honors night.
I think you're right, and I think Jimmy, does have a point that, but I think it's how schools want to handle this. I mean, you don't want kids to feel disenfranchised and feel like they're not part of anything and kind of drift in an isolated way. So schools have had to deal with it in a healthy way, guiding the counselors, contacting teachers, and finding out if this kid, how is he behaving, how is he looking. Instead of crushing it for everyone, they address the one or two kids who kind of appear on the fringe, and they keep their eye on them.
Right.
That's how a healthy school does it. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the trend is going the wrong way, but I don't. In my personal experience, I don't see it.
My dad ran a basketball league when I was growing up for Our Lady Queen of Martyrs, the old church out there in Centerport. Huh?
Bloomberg. Our Lady Queen of Martyrs.
And he had an awards night every year. And this is what he did, and I never forgot it. He gave everybody something. Yeah. Everybody. And back then, buttons were big. So he would take everyone's picture, and he would make a little button with the year and, whatever. And then he had other stuff he would give away. But then he gave away awards for, like, the best team. There was MVPs. There was, he had all sorts of,
the real ones.
Yeah, but you know what?
Right.
In the end, everyone walked away extremely happy. You had the kids that, won the big awards, and they were happy. But then the kid with his dumb little button was like, wow, look, I was recognized tonight. And it was a huge success. So there is ways to do it, where you can honor people for being the best at something, but you also honor the kids for at least just being in the game or whatever.
Yeah, I do see that happening, but this school crushing any type of acknowledgement of academic success is ridiculous.
It's sickening.
If you want to push kids forward, that's certainly not the way to do it.
And we bring it back to the rest of the world. Do you think the rest of the world is doing this? We're going to get our asses kicked.
No.
Eventually, we're going to get our asses kicked if this is how we're raising the next generation.
The other day, I was actually teaching about totalitarianism and how education was handled in a totalitarian society. And one of the students was from China, and she just came this year, and she was saying in their school system, and I'm not saying this is a better school system at all, but in their school system, you're expected to stand up and belt out your answer and know exactly what's going on, or there's so much pressure and ridicule on them. Again, I don't think that's healthy for the kids, but if you want to talk about pushing achievement, that's pretty intense.
Right, hold on a minute.
It's in Massachusetts.
Hold on, Bill in Atlanta wants in on this.
Hello, Bill.
Another teacher. Bill, go ahead. You're on with Rob in New York.
Hey, guys, I don't want to be too harsh on Rob here, but, I kind of heard Ant a little bit when he talked about you don't want to disenfranchise that kid, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Some kids are going to be disenfranchised because they just don't fit into a certain mold or into a certain group, and it's not the teachers and the school's responsibility to make sure that kid's okay. That's where the parenting comes into play.
Yeah.
That's not the role of the school to make sure that the kid feels okay about an honor society.
We're trying to bring everyone.
I agree with you.
We're trying to bring everyone down to the lowest level of achievement. Like bring all the overachievers and people that are above average down to the lowest point. Without acknowledging their greatness, because it might make the people feel bad.
No, we're raising some people and lowering other people and trying to have them meet in mediocrity.
Yeah, of course.
In the middle.
Ew, in milquetoast land.
Because that's the safest place to be, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Or so they think. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but okay, now what you were just saying?
Thank you. I think you might be misunderstanding.
No.
what I was saying, because I'm not saying that, it's the job of the school to make everybody feel mediocre or everybody to feel that they fit in.
Did say that.
It's the job of the school to provide a social a kind of safety net.
Social safety net.
I think it is the job of the school to provide a net for kids that might slip through the cracks and might wind up causing difficult getting traction. To find out.
And most kids want to just socialize anyway.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going to honors night. All right, whatever. Let's go do something else.
Rob lives in the
All right, thanks, guys. I got to let you go.
High school was never.
All right, man.
High school for me was never about really learning what they were teaching. It was more just learning about how to function in a little society, in a little, microcosm. Mm-hmm. So you'd go to school. You see your friends, you see people that you liked, people you didn't like, people that were smarter than you, people that were dumber than you. Like it was your first foray into real life out of your house.
Right.
And I think that's more important in school than fucking learning, social studies or something.
Learning some of this nonsense.
Because that shit you could just learn on your own. That's exactly what I did. I just learned that shit on my own because I had a natural curiosity for certain things. But the community thing, that was where you kind of learned that, holy shit, I'm not the great kid my parents told me I was.
I don't even understand how you teach a kid nowadays because everything is at your fingertips.
Yeah,
every kid now has a phone with Google.
Yeah.
So why
do
the fuck
homework?
I don't know,
and not
man.
Just cheat the fuck out of your homework.
I don't know because we didn't have any of that growing up.
No.
So I don't understand how they're teaching kids now. When most of this info you could get anyway.
It's rough.
We had to learn it because that was the only way you would ever know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when you got homework and went home, you had to know the shit.
You had to dig through a textbook.
Or look through your books for what the fuck. Now, whatever question you just pop it in and fucking
any
the
question
answer.
it's.
I don't get how. You're right. I don't know how they teach.
Are they just
days.
teaching them how to be real good at Googling?
At Google, the Google.
Or are they wasting the kids' time with this shit when they can just look it up?
Exactly. It's crazy shit.
It's strange.
You just get all your shit online. Like, there are assignments you just get online.
Right.
Like, the teacher puts their fucking whole curriculum online. And you
really strange. I don't know.
Whatever happened to dittos? You get a ditto.
Right?
Go home, you do your dittos.
Is that what you did?
You bet I did. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
Excuse my French, ladies. Hey, you do the ditto, you bring it back. Hey, get me a cruller. What do I know?
Well, we didn't even play the clip yet. Here's the school and what they're doing.
Hi, Mark. It's a new principal this year here at Ipswich Middle School. And
Ipswich clams. Oh, the answer was Ipswich clams.
What's that?
It's from a movie.
No, I'm looking at that big bulge in your pants.
Ipswich, that's Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
That's Massachusetts shit.
That figures.
Ipswich Middle School, and he's making some changes. The principal believes one special night just for honor roll students is a bad decision.
God, this is so ridiculous.
For the first time, and as long as anyone can remember, honors night is not on the calendar, and reaction is mixed.
It's been a tradition in Ipswich, and it's very proud. You're very proud as a parent to go into that night and see your child as well as some of the other children that have made some, really some great efforts.
Parents were notified in an email from Ipswich Middle School Principal David Fabrizio. It reads in part, the honors night, which can be a great sense of pride for the recipients' families, can also be devastating to a child who has worked extremely hard in a difficult class, but who, despite growth, has not been able to maintain a high grade point average.
Yeah, that's fucking life!
That's called fucking life.
He just described life.
How ridiculous.
We've said it a million times, but
wow,
it's worth saying another million fucking times. Because that same scenario in the real world, you're going to get your ass handed to you.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a boss or a company that's going to understand that shit. They're going to say, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So in school, when this shit happens, you learn workarounds and stuff. You learn, well, maybe this isn't for me. I got to go find something. Because I do believe everyone has some strength in their fucking brain. And it's up to you to figure out what that is.
We can't promote Peterson because everybody might feel bad that they didn't get the promotion.
That's why this doesn't make sense. You're setting up kids that are going to get their asses handed to them when they go into the workplace.
Total failure.
Yep.
I've never had an understanding boss. Are you kidding me?
Unreal.
Holy fuck.
Unfucking real.
I've been
That's
blessed.
why this shit doesn't make sense.
I've been blessed with 2 understanding bosses.
Aw.
That's nice, Jimmy.
I was here in this very room.
Yeah?
I've been blessed.
Oh my God. This is enraging, isn't it?
It's just silly. It's silly. It's silly.
And we've seen it. I mean, it's happening around us. We see these, these interns. They're from this generation where, they don't want go.
They're used to getting the rewards and the praise without fucking doing shit.
Without the work.
Thank God for Sal. I mean, at least he works hard, but a lot of them haven't.
Oh, jeez. Sal.
When's the trade going down, Sam?
It couldn't be soon enough.
All right, good.
We're not ending Honors Night. I'm not canceling education. We're still recognizing this is a different forum.
Principal Fabrizio says honor roll members will still be recognized, but it will happen during the school day at a general assembly where other awards will be given out. Fabrizio says he wants the students who didn't make the honor roll to be inspired by the ones that did.
We knew there'd be some pushback, but again, what's best for children is best for children. We believe.
It's the scene from like the Bad News Bears where what's his name there throws his fucking trophy like go fuck yourself. That's the attitude you want.
Yeah.
Your kids to have.
It's Tanner Boyle.
Tanner Boyle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah. I never. Whatever. Whatever.
I was an honor student, but it fucking didn't mean anything. I got straight A's 4 out of 5 semesters, and it meant nothing.
No, you didn't.
I did when I was in a junior high school.
Really?
No. I flunked out. Dope.
So why didn't you run home crying to your mommy that you flunked out?
I was too busy drinking.
There's the answer.
Ah, man.
I had a bunch of D's.
Oh.
Again, what's best for children is best for children. We believe, and this is based on research and everything else, what's best for children to have them all together to celebrate as a school.
The verdict is still out on whether parents will be able to attend. David Morin would like to see his honor roll student take the stage and get the recognition he believes she and the others deserve.
If we don't have room at the high school, we've got other bigger places we could go to.
So the principal tells us capacity will be an issue at the end of the year General Assembly, and right now school officials are trying to figure out what to do because they know many parents will want to attend.
Yeah, they're overthinking it. Just have your stupid honors night. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the parents and the kid, you do something you're proud of. The parents are all proud of the kid. And just totally take that away because you feel someone might be offended.
And you know what? A part of me, though, a small part of me goes, oh, fuck them. Just thinking of these bumper stickers these shitheads ride around with. My son's an honor student. Parent of an honor student.
They're very proud, Jimmy.
Exactly. Wow, your cum got a B. Who cares? My cum got 2 A's in French. Gives a fuck. My cum shot your cum. It's also, there is a part of it that does irritate me.
Those honor stickers never bothered me, though.
Drive me nuts.
I make fun of them. But
fucking fake pride.
But the fact of the matter is they probably feel pretty good about themselves. I don't know.
Part of the problem is the parents. I'm a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to Tommy and George.
Are you?
Tommy.
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
A teacher.
Yeah, the parents are the ones who are always, complaining to us when the kids don't make the honor roll. They call the superintendent. They try to go after our jobs. So a lot of teachers, they just give up and they just give these kids A's. Everybody's on the fucking honor roll.
Well, no need to give a kid a disease.
A's.
What do you mean everyone gets A's?
Well, if you don't get on the honor roll now, the parents will call and complain, and then they go after the principals, they go after the Board of Education members. We get emails all the time. I failed 11 out of 26 kids because they just wouldn't do work, wouldn't do homework. And I'm trying to tell them they're not turning stuff in, and they're still complaining at me.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw one of those little drawing, little comic things, and in the first panel it was like, what's the parents holding the report card to the kid and going, what's this D about? And then it said like, in the past, whatever, 19, whatever it was. And then the next panel was now, and the parents were yelling at the teacher, "What's this D about?"
Oh, Jesus!
It's like,
wow.
I'll tell the teacher. I guess you can't tell the parents to go fuck themselves, huh?
Yeah,
that would be a problem. Thank you, sir. Let me go to Kevin in South Carolina. He has a really good angle on this. Go ahead, Kevin.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
I think it's sad that, like, the honor students are told, like, hi, we can't proudly show you. But if that school had some retard that scored a touchdown, that principal would make sure every single news channel had it.
Retard that scores a touchdown. They love when a retard scores a touchdown.
Well, they'll honor that, certainly. But if you're, an honor student, let's downplay that. You're too smart.
Did you see that thing that the Pope kissed on the news?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. What? It looked like the fucking thing that it definitely would have been thrown off a cliff in Sparta.
He blessed a pretzel the other day.
A pretzel. I don't know what that was, man. Pope gets up there and just kisses. That was hilarious.
I got a soft spot for him.
Oh my God!
Just a kid that's not.
Was a kid
not doing all right.
I don't know what it was. It didn't look like a kid. It was like a man that was all fucking bent up.
You see it behind the curtain. The Pope is purelling his lips.
Yes. And then they're handing the Pope babies to kiss, and he's going, "Oh, you're going to have to pay me back for that one." Oh, when you get a little older, here's my number.
This Pope is going to get himself in a situation, man.
I like this guy already, though.
You like the Pope?
I like that he's out there with the people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But they're going to shut him down. They're going to basically have a talk with him like, look.
He don't like the Pope.
But they can make another one, so fuck, let the guy, get out there with the people. What the hell?
Yeah.
We're learning the Pope isn't that important anymore.
He really isn't.
If you can make another one really quickly.
And where's the other one? Just gone from public view.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
I wonder if it's Alzheimer's. They said it might be Alzheimer's or something like that.
Oh, please. What's that about? Like, he is hidden.
They fucking did just lock him away.
Yeah. You would think he would do some kind of interview or something. Or
Yeah.
They just said, you're never going to see the light of day.
Oh, no.
The Pope doesn't do a lot of press.
I feel like he's in a dungeon or something right now.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely pulling some fucking Templar shit. Templar Knights are fucking holding him hostage somewhere.
They're trying to keep him fucking, protected. They're protecting something and just hoping.
Yeah, this is some Da Vinci Code shit.
Oh, the Pope's downstairs. Hoodly-doo. No one's seen the Pope. Hoodly-doo. Oh, the Pope's not as recognizable without his hat.
Do you think they don't know him either? Because he doesn't have his hat.
Yeah, no one knows him.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So old men just start looking exactly the same after a while.
If the old Pope there wasn't dressed like the Pope, if he was just in regular clothes, you wouldn't be like, hey, I think that was the Pope.
And then someone go, no, that's
be like, no, it's just some old dude. Yeah. Pope Francis. Well, good for him. Back to the other story. So what did they decide? They aren't going ahead with the honors. They're
doing. I don't know. They're gonna do it for the whole school or something, and give out other awards so it's all encompassing. I think that's what I got out of that.
Do you know the effect that has on the country? I mean, that's why we've stopped. I don't see people really being amazing innovators and achieving amazing things because some people are smarter, more special, and can figure things out, and should get those jobs that give us things in this amazing country.
It's like he's giving me a long introduction.
Like Jimmy Norton.
All in. He's like, you mixed it. He's like, thank you.
He's
nodding.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Like Jim Norton. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was all fucking. I was a little bummed yesterday with this stupid picture of the Russian Soyuz capsule that came down in Kazakhstan on a parachute in the middle of a fucking desert. It just smashes into the fucking ground on a parachute.
Wow.
And then the astronauts get out, and one of them's our guy. That's the only way he can get back to Earth is in these Soyuz fucking capsules. And it's like, what happened to the American space program, where we brought our own guys up there and back and brought all the fucking equipment for the space station up there and did amazing things.
We did it to ourselves. We made it way too expensive. They couldn't afford to do it anymore.
I don't know. It's a huge cost, but as far as technology goes and the advancement of the country and technology, it's worth the money. They cut NASA to bare bones. And some guy yesterday was telling me, he goes, his job lets him go to like Edwards Air Force Base and other places where they got that giant runway for the space shuttle. He goes, it was so depressing to just see weeds growing through the pavement and like it's just abandoned.
Oh wow!
And and to have our astronauts come back in this fucking glorified diving bell that just like. It's disheartening for
you want them to get
country.
The space program back together, but at any moment our government could shut down.
Well, yeah, because there's so much waste.
At any given day, we're only a couple weeks away from the government shutting down.
Yeah,
they can't even figure out how to keep the government running.
But when they say we have problems on this planet, we shouldn't, go out into space. It's like the amazing things that happen because of a space program. That helps the country and the world, and it just makes American innovation. It's an amazing thing, but we just gave up on it. We fucking gave up on this country creating things. And then people yell at me, really? Bill Gates and fucking, Apple and Steve Jobs stuff like that? Yeah, there are a few amazing things as far as technology goes, especially in the computing world.
Right.
But I'm talking fucking, amazing pieces of hardware and just us doing, building a fucking Saturn V rocket. Holy shit. It's a fucking skyscraper that flies. Figured it out.
Because Bill Gates and Jobs, they came from a culture where, or a generation where, like, invention was rewarded and kind of getting ahead was rewarded and creativity was like, now it really is. Zuckerberg is kind of an anomaly, just a guy who did something,
right?
And had a really cool idea that just blew out of proportion. But these guys really invented a fucking
in their garage, building shit.
So why don't we invent something and go on Shark Tank?
Oh God,
some kind of spacey thing,
space shit.
Let's call our company Spacey.
And and they're privatizing the space industry, and that will work out in the end.
It's going to take a long time.
I get that. It's going to take a while. I think there shouldn't have been such a drop off from NASA to the privatizing.
They should have kept it going for a couple more years to fill in the gap there, right?
Yeah. I mean, you look at the Space Coast down there in Florida, and it's just like decimated. All the business is gone. It's just
sad.
It is sad because that was such a major part of what made the country amazing. America's space program could be looked at as amazing as us, helping win World War II and just doing such amazing things in the medical field we did.
It was so special for our country.
Fucking amazing.
No one else was even close to doing what we were doing.
Yeah, Russia thought they were until they barbecued their fucking cosmonauts.
Right.
As they're on the radio going, "You motherfuckers, you have killed me."
Yeah,
poor bastard.
We got to go back to the honor story because we got a principal. I want to just hear a principal on this one.
Ooh,
he's going to explain some shit to us. OD in Massachusetts.
How you doing, boys?
Hey. Are they? Hold on a minute. Hold on. Are they ever going to fix that?
Well, it's the monitor.
Oh, I just did this
a little high.
I just do it to annoy Anthony.
Yeah, but it should just be fixed.
I don't know how you'd fix
that.
Yeah.
You move it over.
Oh, that would entail drilling another hole in the console. Stop.
They don't want to drill ugly holes in this console, right?
No drilling, no cutting.
OD, sorry about that. Go ahead.
I got to deal with these other pussy principals, and I know my phone will be ringing today saying, are you going to get rid of your honor roll? Because this school did.
Right.
And it's just, we had an award. 4 kids won it, the top 4 kids out of 700. Only 4 made the cut.
Wow.
Good for them 4. They did it. They earned it. They worked hard.
Right.
Like you said, they're going to have a boss someday, and they're going to say, oh, no, everyone gets raised because everyone smiled nicely.
Yeah, as long as you smile nice, you get...
right. But do you have to deal with the parents? Are they a pain in the ass or what?
Oh, you do. You do the little sidestep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, kids are trying harder, but it's nonsense. If they grew a set of balls, they wouldn't do it, but they just don't want to put up the fight.
Right. Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you, OD.
Well...